Welcome to episode 11 of Anti-Doping Updates. This is Mike Cook. I'm here in my garage gym to give you the latest news in the anti-doping world. Today we've got three great stories to talk about. First, Team Canada, the Equestrian Jumping team, disqualified from the Pan Am Games. Second, a Russian hurdler provisionally suspended for 4 years. And third, I want to talk to you about the changes to the 2021 World Anti-Doping Code, specifically in regards to whistleblowers. Okay, let's get started. The first story to talk about is Team Canada. In the 2019 Pan Am Games, Nicole Walker was one of the members of the Team Canada Equestrian Jumping team. She competed in both the individual and the team competition. And this is an interesting case because it involves the consequences when an individual, the consequences to a team when an individual has a positive test. She submitted an in-competition sample and that tested positive for benzoglycanine, which is a metabolite of cocaine. And she alleged that she tested positive because she drank a cocoa tea. Cocoa tea is made from the same leaves that is used to make cocaine and has been known to result in a positive test for cocaine metabolites. So she tested positive, and in the team equestrian jumping competition in the Pan Am Games, 4 riders compete and the best 4 scores count. With Nicole Walker's score, Team Canada placed 4th. And when this case went for the Court for Arbitration of Sport, she argued that if her results are disqualified, then the next best Team Canada athlete's score should count. If they did that, that would bump Canada down from 4th to 7th and still in a qualifying spot for the 2020 Olympics. Instead, the Court for Arbitration of Sport held that not only were Nicole Walker's individual results disqualified because of her positive test, but the team results are also disqualified. So not replacing her score with the next best Team Canada score, the entire team is disqualified. So that meant that Team Canada was disqualified from the equestrian jumping competition at the 2019 Pan Am Games, and that was their qualification to the Olympics. So now Team Canada doesn't qualify to the Olympics for the equestrian jumping competition. The next story to talk about is Sergei Shubenkov. He is a 110-meter hurdler from Russia, a very popular figure in Russia. He won the World Championships in 2015. In 2016, he missed the Olympics because the Russian Athletics Federation was banned from the Olympics, so he couldn't compete in the Olympics. In 2017 and 2019, he won the World Championships, and in 2018, he won silver in 2017 and 2019 World Championships, and also won silver in the 2018 European Championships. So he's had a lot of success in the last few years in his specialty, the 110-meter hurdles. Recently, he tested positive for furosemide. Furosemide is prescribed it's used under the brand name Lasix, and it's used as a diuretic to treat fluid buildup and heart failure due to scarring of kidney disease. However, it's also been used as a weight loss drug, and it's also been used as a masking agent to cover up the use of other drugs, and that's why it's banned under the World Anti-Doping Code. So we don't know a whole lot about the case right now because he's provisionally suspended for 4 years. We'll see how this case shakes out when it gets to the Court for Arbitration of Sport. Last story to talk about is one of the changes to the World Anti-Doping Code. I like to talk about a little bit about this every once in a while in the updates rather than just talk about the latest positive cases. So the World Anti-Doping Code is revised every 6 years. The last time it was revised was in 2015. This year, the new code goes into the effect January 1st of 2021. One of the changes is a new anti-doping violation. So this is Article 2.11 of the code, and I'll read what it says. I'll have it up on the screen. Any act which threatens or seeks to intimidate another person with the intent of discouraging the person from the good faith reporting of information that relates to an alleged anti-doping rule violation or alleged non-compliance with the code to WADA, an anti-doping organization, law enforcement, regulatory or professional disciplinary body, hearing body, or person conducting an investigation for WADA or an anti-doping association. The code continues. Retaliation against a person who in good faith has provided evidence or information that relates to an alleged anti-doping rule violation or alleged non-compliance with the code to WADA, an anti-doping organization, law enforcement, regulatory or professional disciplinary body, hearing body, or person conducting an investigation for WADA or an anti-doping organization. For purposes of Article 2.11, retaliation, threatening, and intimidation include an act taken against such person, either because the act lacks a good faith basis or is a disproportionate response. In a footnote to that provision, the World Anti-Doping Code explains, this article is intended to protect persons who make good faith reports and does not protect persons who knowingly make false reports. So a violation of Article 2.11 is an anti-doping rule violation, and it applies to all persons, not just athletes, but also coaches, administrators, athlete support personnel such as trainers, physicians, physiotherapists, and the like. The sanction for violating Article 2.11 is 2 years up to lifetime, depending upon the seriousness of the violation. And so you can tell it's a very broad protection. Whistleblowing, as defined in the World Anti-Doping Code, is defined very broadly. Any act which threatens or seeks to intimidate another person with the intent of discouraging the person from reporting information. So retaliating or threatening someone from reporting in the first place, and then also retaliation against a person who has also provided information. So that's also considered a whistleblowing violation of Article 2.11, subject to 2 years up to lifetime sanction. I'm interested to see when we will start seeing some cases brought up for violations of Article 2.11 in the future, and I'll be sure to let you folks know about that. I hope everyone is having a great day wherever they are in the world, and I'll see you next week.